Welcome back to the video class. Dear children, today in this video class we shall pick up very important topics which will be coming up in the next higher classes, class 8, 9, 10. So you should have a clear understanding about this topic. So listen carefully and watch the video carefully, attentively. So in this video class from chapter 6, we shall pick up the topics median, altitude, angle sum property, exterior angle sum property, sum of two sides is greater than the third side, equilateral and isosceles triangle, and last one, Pythagoras theorem. So let's pick up the first one, that is median. What do you mean by median of a triangle? There is a triangle ABC, and in this triangle three vertices are here, A, B, C. You take any vertex. Suppose let's take vertex A. Then opposite to this vertex A, the side is BC. BC is opposite to the side. BC. The side BC is opposite to the vertex A. Then if you join the middle point of BC, let D be the midpoint of BC. Then if you join this middle point with the opposite vertex, this is called the median of this triangle. If you take C, the median will be the middle point E. This is second median, and third median will be here. So for a triangle there will be three medians. Again I am repeating, the median of a triangle is a line segment joining the midpoint of one side to the opposite vertex. Then let's come to altitude. By altitudes of a triangle we mean the perpendicular drawn from one of the vertices to the opposite side. So if we take P, then draw one perpendicular to the opposite side, QR. Let it be S. Then this PS is known as the altitude of this triangle. This should be always 90 degree. It can be at the middle or not at the middle, but condition is that it should be always 90 degree. And for a triangle ABC, if we take the vertex A, when we draw here, the lines can never be 90 degree. In this case, what to do? You have to extend it and draw from here. So AD is the altitude of this triangle ABC. So altitude of a triangle can be inside the triangle or outside the triangle, depending on the type of the triangle. Next, let's come to angle sum property. By angle sum property of a triangle, it means that the measurement of the three angles, measure of angle BA plus measure of angle B plus measure of angle C, will always be 180 degree. It should be actually equal to 180 degree. So for any triangle, whether it is small or big, measure of the three angles should be always 180 degree. Whatever may be the type of the triangle. So this is known as angle sum property of triangle. Then let's come to the exterior angle sum property of a triangle. Let ABC be the triangle. Then if you extend any of the three sides, you can extend AB or BC or AC. So let's extend the side BC up to a point D. Then this angle which is outside the triangle is known as the exterior angle of this angle C. This is known as exterior angle of this angle C. So by exterior angle sum property, this angle, I am giving the name 1, this 2, this 3, this 4. By exterior angle sum property, this angle 1 will be equal to the sum of the two interior opposite angles. Two interior opposite angle means this exterior angle. Whose exterior angle? This one, for this. So without this, removing this one, remaining these two are known as the interior opposite angle. So angle 3 plus angle 4. So this is known as the exterior angle sum property of triangle. This can be used in finding some unknown angles in a triangle. If we extend AB, AB also can be extended. Then this angle is known as the exterior angle of angle 4. Let it be 5. In this case, angle 5 will be equal to the sum of the two interior opposite angles. In this case, interior opposite angle will be excluding this one. That means 3 and 2. So angle 2 plus angle 3. Like this, other sides also can be extended. Then let's come to the next topic. That is, sum of two sides is greater than the third side. Let's pick up a triangle DEF. So by this property, sum of any two sides, let's take DE plus EF. We have taken DE and EF. This should be sum of the lengths of these two must be greater than the remaining side, the third side, that is DF. In the second case, EF plus FD should be greater than DE. Next, DF plus DE should be greater than EF. This should be true for every triangle. If this is not true for one triangle, then that triangle cannot be existed. That triangle cannot exist. So this is the property of the triangle related with the length of the sides. Then come to equilateral triangle. The triangle in which all the three sides have the same length, that is known as equilateral triangle. So in this triangle, if it is equilateral triangle, PQ should be equal to PR, should be equal to QR. That is PQ equal to QR equal to PR. And one property, one very important property of equilateral triangle that you should remember is that every angle should be equal. Here total sum is 180 degrees. 180 degrees shared by three angles equally means 60 degrees. So for any equilateral triangle, small or big, all angles should have 60 degrees. And come to isosceles triangle. Let ABC be the triangle in which the side AB have the same length as the side AC. That means in this triangle, two sides are of the same length. Such triangle having two equal sides is known as isosceles triangle. And the other unequal side, this is known as the base. And one property to be remembered for isosceles triangle is that the angle at the end of the base. There is angle B and angle C. This should be always equal. That is, when this is 60 degree, this also 60 degree. 70 degree, 70 degree. 80 degree, 80 degree. Let's pick up the most important theorem, that is Pythagoras theorem. It is applicable in the right angle triangle. Let ABC be the triangle. Right angle at B. Then the side opposite to the 90 degree, that is AC. This is known as what? Hypotenuse. And this is the longest side in a triangle, in a right angle triangle. By this Pythagoras theorem, it states that the square of the hypotenuse square on the hypotenuse is equal to the sum of the square on the remaining legs. Here hypotenuse is AC. Remaining legs means remaining two sides, that is BC and AB. So we can write using the side AC square is equal to AB square plus BC square. This is very important. This can be used in finding the unknown side in a triangle, while two of the sides given in a right angle triangle. So these are the topics you should remember for next higher classes and for your class also. So let's wind up for today. Remaining will be in the next video class. Thank you.